I decided today I'd actually go and buy a new shirt, and so I decided to be original and get another yellow shirt. But if you notice, this one doesn't have anything on the front, so without further ado, let's get this started. The other thing I'm going to do while doing this is, as you've noticed, my place is a little bit of a mess. And yeah, it kind of needs to be cleaned up. And sticking along with the schedule, and this being that the first Thursday I've actually managed to post, today is going to be a random topic, and basically what I'm going to do is bitch about Cheesies. Yes, Cheesies. Not the Hawkins Cheesies that we sell in Canada, but the Cheesies, you know, with like the mascot on the front, the giant orange tiger. Leopard, whatever the fuck he is. In fact, that's actually a good question. I've always wondered what sort of a big cat he would actually be. Well, granted, if you were a real cat and not a cartoon. And here's the other question. If you ever did one of those, like, where are they now commercial sort of deals with him, what do you think his future life would be? I'm thinking porn star. Yeah. Not lending itself to the fact that one of my friends actually told me that I should start working as a porn star. And I think she was actually quasi-serious about that. But mostly the fact of the matter that I think it would be funny to see him just like, you know, years down the road and scratching a big gut and rocking the pimp jacket and being like, yeah, I work in porn. I'm a big giant orange motherfucking tiger. What the hell else am I supposed to do? And really, the reason why I bitch about Cheesies, or of the fact that they don't necessarily last a full solid day. Basically some sort of like weird orange puppy thing that is generating its own form of acne goo. Ends up happening with these damn things though is you let them sit in any sort of heat, I mean room temperature or hotter, and yeah, they just start getting oily, which is kind of gross when you think about it. And honestly always makes me wonder what the hell goes into this. I mean, is there some place in somewhere in the world that you can basically find orange petroleum products? Basically what? There's some sort of giant oil pumping damn things, I don't know what the fuck they're called, sitting there chugging away, and all of a sudden they struck this orange goo and they were like, hey, I got a good idea. Turn these motherfuckers into food. Now granted, I will admit these are tasty things. They're possibly made from oil drilled out of the ground. And can you imagine finding something like that out of there, sticking your finger in it, looking at it and be like, yeah, it's probably dead dinosaurs, but goddamn if it ain't fucking tasty. So that's my little random note for today, and the only thing that I'm really wondering is the reason why these things do that. But yeah, pretty much that's it. I mean, I'm not bitching about the Cheesies themselves, more about the fact that there seems to be a lack of cohesion in the manufacturing process of said petroleum-based, well, not actually petroleum-based. I don't think you could actually make a food product out of oil. Granted, this also now reminds me of the strange little thing Americans have in their country called cheese in a can, which is basically, as far as I know, hairspray like cheese. But I'm honestly guessing it probably doesn't taste that great, or at all like cheese. Weirdly enough, Cheesies do, and they're actually quite tasty, but those are the two bitches I have about them. One, the fact that they seem to generate their own oil processing facilities, and two, the fact that your hands basically become cheesy markers of doom. And the one thing every single time that happens with that, when my hands are covered in that cheesy dust, all I can think to myself is, all I want to do is take these fingers and rub them in somebody's face, merely to go, and then look, and then watch, and then see what their reaction is, and probably it'd be something pretty damn bad. Trailer for today: Gary Oldman, Mila Kunis, and Denzel Washington. The movie in particular is the Book of Eli. They just released trailer number 2 for it, which recuts it slightly and puts it into a different spec, but again it hits one of my sweet spots for movies. End of the world, total domination, nuclear holocaust. The basics of the movie are pretty simple. It's been edited quite well, put together nicely, the sets look awesome, the FX are great. It's gonna be guns, glory, and a hell of a lot of shit blowing up. The only bitch about the trailer is very simple. Now the entire title, The Book of Eli, kind of makes you think this one thing. I mean, this one guy, Denzel Washington in specific, or rather his character, is wandering along, and apparently he's quite well armed, quite well aimed, and quite well able to kick the crap out of you. Now the one thing I liked about the first trailer was that they never actually showed the book specifically. I mean, the book itself could have been pretty much anything from Popular Mechanics How to Fix Your Car to Martha Stewart's Home and Garden. But instead, in this new trailer, they actually show the book, and that's the disappointment itself. Not the disappointment in the book per se, but the fact that they actually show what it is. And I'm not going to mention it. You can watch the trailer and figure it out for yourself. Link, as usual, is in the sidebar. I mean, pretty much for me, I give it 2 thumbs up, and I'd say get your ass in the seat and watch it, because it does look like one of those films that's going to be really gloriously awesome on a massive screen with surround sound. Guy has a book, guy's trying to take book to salvation and pretty much kickstart humanity, and the whole story, and the only thing they really lend out of it is that the Holocaust, or end of the world, or World War III situation happened 30 winters ago. 30 years, obviously. And that's pretty much all I can state about it. I mean, if you're a fan of any of those 3 actors, go see it. Well, 2 actors and an actress, go see it. If you're just a fan of Holocaust flick, end of the world flicks, go see it. Or if you're a fan of just pure ass kicking and explosions, go see it. just go see it. The general goals for this week, well, one of the goals was oddly enough to buy a new shirt, and for some strange reason I'm really proud of myself that I did that. I mean, it's a gold star sort of moment, going out and buying my own clothes. It's almost like I'm growing up. But that's it. That's all. Good night and good luck.